Happier Than Ever, A Love Letter to Los Angeles came out, I think probably like 3 months ago. I think September 3rd was the day it was released on Disney Plus. For those who don't know, it is basically a recorded special concert of Billie Eilish performing her full album from this year, Happier Than Ever, which is one of my favorite albums of this year. Possibly number 2. Now, number 1 is still Battle at the Garden's Gate by Greta Van Fleet. Nothing will top this one, but this album is amazing. I reviewed it when it originally came out, and I remember the first night that this came out. I remember I was working that night, and I'm pretty sure I was talking to Jaron from Jaron Talks Movies, because he is like a massive Billie Eilish fan. He loves Billie Eilish, like favorite artist, I think. So I remember saying like, oh yeah, I'll just watch it when I get home from work. And I don't know, I guess I just missed it, but there's just been something recently with me that has like really drawn me, I guess, to Billie. I mean, I've always loved her. I actually listened to When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go over FaceTime with an old person, old relationship, back in 2019, whatever. And I remember being like, holy god, like this is really good. Like this is amazing. I don't love the like first stuff just because it's a little too poppy for me. It's very impressive for her age and stuff. I'm just, I love rock and metal and all this stuff and alternative music. So for an album like When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go to come out, I listened to it probably 2 or 3 times this month, or this month in November, technically in one, and I absolutely love that album. It's one of my favorites of the past few years, and I listened to Happier Than Ever, I think probably twice in the past few weeks. I just love that album so much. It is just so good. But anyway, 2 nights ago, I finally did check this concert out, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to post today. I was originally going to talk about the new Spider-Verse thing that came out, but I was like, you know what, it's too late anyway, I'll just talk about it on Instagram. But I just kind of want to talk more about Billie Eilish. I know that she's like one of the biggest artists right now, and she has been for probably the past 3 or 4 years at least, but I've really found this strong love and connection to her music, and a lot of people won't really get that watch my videos, because a lot of my videos have me talking about classic rock, or stuff like, I guess, Bob Dylan and stuff, and actually, well, the Beatles. Billie loves the Beatles, so that makes sense. But I also talk about bands like Slipknot, which are totally different from Billie Eilish, and Korn and stuff like that. It's not really like Billie Eilish, but she's one of those artists that I just absolutely love. I think she's probably my favorite current solo artist, at least that has emerged from the last decade. There's a bunch of super underrated ones I got to find out about, but I just absolutely love her music. There's just something about it that really touches me. But talking about the actual concert here, this video is just, it's not a review or anything, it's just a little discussion on it. This concert is amazing, and what's really cool about it is that there's a little animation to go along with it, which I thought was pretty cute. It was pretty fun to see, and it happened in between a few songs. It was kind of cool to see. Sometimes it wasn't needed, no, but I liked it. It didn't take me out of it at all. I thought it was like a cool mini kind of addition to it that I think Disney added, because this is on Disney Plus, if you guys don't know. I still haven't seen the behind the scenes though, so I'm gonna watch that maybe tonight or tomorrow. I might actually rewatch Shang-Chi, because I just picked this up, so I really want to watch this one again. But anyway, this concert is amazing, and there's a lot of things in it that I really want to talk about, and it's mainly to do with a lot of the songs in there and how they did them, because sometimes it's just like Billie, Phineas, and then like a drummer in there, but other times they have like a full orchestra, or like what they'll do with the lights and stuff. I think it's just so interesting. But the first thing I have to talk about is my favorite song on the album. I've said this many times, but Halley's Comet is one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my entire life. It is like genuinely mind-blowing how good that song is. I listen to it all the time, and it's just such a comfort song. Like for me, my favorite Billie Eilish songs, my top 3 are No Time to, in no particular order, No Time to Die, Halley's Comet, and probably Listen Before I Go. That one really hits me as well. So I was interested to see how they were going to do it, and every time I listen to the song, like from the album, of course, I typically turn my LED lights on purple like this, and I turn the brightness really low, so it kind of gives me the calming setting, at least for me. And I always picture like the LA kind of city view, whatever I call it. I don't know, like city landscape with all the lights and everything. But in this, they did it during the day, which I was like, oh, that's really interesting. But they pulled it off. That is how good this concert is. I think this alone says how good it is. They managed to pull off a song that for me, I always picture at nighttime. Every single time I listen to it, even still, I picture it at nighttime, and they were able to do it in the day and pull it off so well. My favorite line in the song is probably "Midnight for me is 3 a.m. for you." Like, midnight for me is 3 a.m. for you, that one. So I always picture that at night, but they did it during the day and it worked. I know I said that like 3 times there, and there's a lot of really cool things in there. Like Goldwing is done by like some choir that Billie used to sing in, and she doesn't really talk a lot. She talks in between some of the songs, but really not that much. And the last main thing I have to talk about is just how good she sounds. She sounds exactly like the recording. There are so many songs here that just sound the exact same, and I love it for that. It just really shows her talent. She is one of the best singers I've ever heard, and this is something that I guess for those who haven't watched my review of the album, you guys don't know how much I really appreciate her, not only just as a singer but also as a person. I think she's a great person. I watch interviews and stuff all the time. The Vanity Fair, the 5th year in a row thing that came out a few days ago, but this concert, there's just something about it that it was so comforting in a way, and I think that's why I like her music a lot. I might make a video fully going into this, but you know, when you watch my channel, you see some of the stuff I listen to. I listen to really heavy stuff, and I love it, and I listen to it all the time. I listen to it more than I listen to this, and I will fully admit that. I listen to Slipknot all the time. I listen to bands like Metallica and Black Sabbath and stuff, and for me, they don't, you know, make me angry and stuff, but sometimes it is nice to have an artist who, for the most part, again, not all, but for the most part, makes not as fast songs, and having songs like Halley's Comet or songs like Your Power and stuff like that. I'm just naming some of the ones off this album. It helps. It helps at night for me to kind of calm down when stuff is stressful, and this concert really helped. I could definitely see myself watching it over again. I'd like to see other people's reactions to it because I really do think it's special. It's something for those who are big fans of Billie Eilish, and for me, I'm just becoming a bigger fan every single day. I've been listening to those albums a ton, as I've said. I do want to go back and listen to the first EP. I know it's not a full one. I think it's called Don't Smile at Me, if I remember correctly. I can totally picture the album cover and everything. And something I want to do soon is rank all the songs on tier lists from each albums, at least for sure for the 2 like full LPs, because I love almost every song on both of them. So expect to see those soon. I do want to post more about her because I kind of realized that I don't talk about that many women and that many like female singers. I noticed that, and I was like, that's definitely an issue, because I listen to a lot more. I listen to bands like L7 all the time. I've been listening to Fleetwood Mac and stuff more. Pixies depends, sometimes it depends on the song and stuff like that, but on my channel I rarely do, and I realize that is obviously a big problem, so I need to start talking about that more. I'd really like to talk about Billie Eilish's music more. I do actually want to watch the documentary, so maybe I'll talk about that on something like Instagram or TikTok or something. You can follow me on there to see more, but anyway, to wrap up this kind of all over the place scattered video, I love this concert. I highly recommend it to anybody who is a fan of Billie Eilish who wants to get into it, because she plays her album from this year front to back, and all the songs in it are great. You can really see which ones are the standouts. There's a lot of really powerful moments, and of course, you know, the grand moment of Happier Than Ever, the song is great, and even like the cool down of Male Fantasy I love, and I'm pretty sure we're getting a Male Fantasy video tomorrow, which I'm really excited. I learned that song on guitar today, and I absolutely love it. But anyway, have you seen the concert? If so, let me know what you think of it down below. What are your favorite Billie Eilish songs? And thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.